Hey guys, Shadney back with another process video, and today we're going to be using the Simple Stories Great Escape collection. I bought this one a while ago to actually scrapbook some camping photos that we had taken a couple of years ago. We went camping with my brother and mom and siblings and everyone, and I bought it for that, but I just haven't gotten around to it. So what I am doing right now, though, is the photos from when we went and stayed in a cabin a few weeks back with some friends. So this piece is actually the collection kit cover, and it's like a shiny, it's thinner, but it's like kind of a shiny paper. And I'd watched Christina Sorge a few weeks back. Actually, it might have been last week. I don't know when it was. She does live on Facebook every day, like in the morning sometime. For me, it's like right about noon, but she's in a different time zone than me, so I'm not sure what time her time zone is. But sorry, she had done one the other day that was inspired by Kelsey something. I can't remember her name. I watch her, but I can't remember her name right now. I'm sorry. Anyways, if I can remember her name and find her, I will link her down below. She did one inspired by her. Sorry. Christina Sorge did one inspired by this other girl that I cannot for the life of me remember her name. I think it's Kelsey something, but it starts with a W. And she uses some of her packaging sometimes to stretch her kits a little bit further. So Christina did something using some packaging, or I can't remember that she used packaging. I think she used paper to make it look like this. Anyways, it inspired me to do this. That's what I'm trying to say. Long story short, it inspired me to use the cover of this collection kit. And it's the Simple Stories Great Escape kit. And pretty much I just ripped the ends off just so you have a little bit of texture there and some of the blue showing from the background. And then I just had to cover that strip where all the wording is just with a piece of pattern paper. I distressed the edges just a little bit, just kind of curled them up a little bit. Didn't really like scratch them up or anything, but just added a little bit of inking and then a little bit of like texture just by pulling up the edges a little bit. That's been my thing the last little bit, so almost every layout I've done lately has had that. So you'll see that a lot. Right now what I've done is I've got two photos that are just ever so slightly smaller than 3x4, and I'm just backing them with fun foam. I printed them with just a small border around the outside so that I didn't have to back it with white cardstock, but I did make sure to leave the white border. I really like the white border. Almost, I don't know that there's a time I really don't use a white border around my photos, except maybe with oversized photos sometimes. But for the most part, I like using the white borders on my photos. I just think it makes my photos stand out a little bit better and just gives it a little bit of distinction from the rest of the page. Kind of keeps it more in focus, if that makes sense, so that your photo, you don't lose the point, which is, the photo and the story. But you still got all the fun stuff at the same time. So these are the die cuts from that collection, and I just trimmed that one that I put on the top left. I trimmed a corner out of it so I could stretch it a little bit further, and all that piece wasn't hiding behind the photo. And then I pulled it over to the right side and just used it over there as well. And then I'm just going through some of these die cuts trying to figure out what I want where. I'm try to add some of these mushrooms. Some of them, I don't like the shape of some of them. I feel like the shape's kind of inappropriate. So y'all can take from that what you will. So I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do to just to embellish this page. I wasn't really sure. I wanted to keep it fairly simple just because I don't know, it just didn't feel like it needed a whole lot. But I pulled these stickers out. They are from a Thickers collection. I know that. Sorry, my brain is not with it today. I cannot remember words or people or companies or anything. One Canoe 2. This is one of their One Canoe 2 collections from American Crafts. And I'm kind of sad that they're not doing collections with them anymore. I had just kind of started using One Canoe 2 and now it's gone. So, but anyway, so I just pulled the title from that. I thought that gold better together was just real pretty and kind of delicate, and it didn't really take away from the rest of the page. My sticker sheet, I had planned to use those colored pieces for something, but I didn't want to waste the tiny words at the bottom of the colored pieces, so I cut that whole sticker sheet in half, and then I didn't end up using them. So now my sticker sheet's just in half, which is totally fine. It doesn't bother me, but just so you know, that's why it looks like that. It's because I cut it in half. And then I'm just pulling some of these stickers, some hearts, some arrows. I love these teeny tiny wood grain hearts that are in the sticker book, but I hate that there was not very many of them. So it made me kind of sad, but I do love how they looked on this page and the other pages. And then I start pulling out just a few little butterflies and pieces. And for the most part, I'm kind of color coordinating, sticking like that deep orange, reddish color over that color, sticking the blue over the blue. You can see I already stuck the orange hearts over the orange stripe, stuff like that. So just kind of loosely embellishing color on color. And then I'll add some other embellishing in a minute, but I just liked that the butterflies were tone on tone. I'm just flipping through the little sticker book right now, trying to figure out what I want to embellish with, what I want to do. And this collection's kind of odd for me because I really love it. I think it's super pretty, but it is in no way my normal style. Like, it's very distressed and like rustic and outdoorsy, and none of that is my normal, what I gravitate towards. So it's kind of interesting. I've had it for a long time because I love it. I think it's super pretty, but and I wanted to use it to document the camping trip that we took a couple of years back, but I just haven't gotten around to doing that yet still. But these photos, I feel like, were kind of perfect for this whole collection. All the cabin photos from the weekend we took with some friends. And then I'm just filling in my journaling down the side here in this little weird spot. It kind of felt like trapped white space a little bit, so filling it in with journaling kind of made me feel a little bit better. I don't know why, it just felt like a really odd little place right there, but it does feel better after I fill it in with journaling. And then if y'all have been around for a while, you know I usually do my journaling on strips, on white strips, and then add them over the background. And I've not done that in a long time. It's really odd. I think I've just gotten kind of lazy, honestly. I really love the look of that, but I just didn't want to deal with it, gluing the strips down individually and all that. So I've been just writing on my backgrounds. It's really a different thing for me. So, but you'll see a lot of that in the upcoming videos and in the last couple of videos. It is what I've just been doing lately. So I did pull out my Nuvo Drop little paper here and pick out a color. I tried to pick the gold that would look best with or that would coordinate the best with that better together, thicker phrase, and just added some little dots around. And then that, for the most part, is this page. I do go in and add just a little bit more. And I'm going with the Nuvo liquid glue, just adding a few dots there so that I can go in and add, and add these little, the wood stars. Sorry. For a second, I thought I added sequins, but I got myself confused. But these are the tiny wood stars. These ones are ones from October. So, from some of the Halloween collections and stuff. And then I'm just sitting back looking at it. I should have edited that part out. I wasn't paying attention. So I'm just sitting back looking at the page, trying to figure out what I'm going to do. And then I pull out, this is actually a Halloween sequin mix from a long time ago. I think it's from Studio Calico. And I just went in and got just the gold stars out of it and added some gold stars everywhere. It just gives it a little bit more sparkle and some more sprinkly bits. Made it feel a little bit more like one of my layouts. So, sorry. I'm like really croupy this morning. I don't know why. But yeah, we dropped India off at school, or I dropped India off at school, and then Chewy and I got back in bed, and we're doing voiceovers from bed under the heated blanket. So you should have some videos over the next coming days because we're going to do a couple real quick. While everything's nice and quiet. So I'm so sorry, guys. So that's pretty much the end of the layout. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked this video, please hit like and leave me a comment down below. And if you want to see more videos and you're not already subscribed, you can hit subscribe and that little bell notification, and that will let you know whenever I post new videos. So thank you guys again. I hope you have a wonderful day and happy scrapping. Oh, and then I go in and add the kind of scribbly lines with my black ink pen just around the edges of the blue paper and that craft paper. You can't do it on the striped paper because that is got like a shiny finish to it, so the ink will not dry, it will just smear. But yeah, that's it. Thank you, and here are the up close view, and I probably am not going to add photos on for this one, so that's it. Thanks, bye.